The Sefer Shomer Emunim was written by Rabbi Aharon Rata, Zochrein Tzaddik V'Kosh L'Vracha. Humongous giant. Anything that he writes in this book is Kodesh Kedoshim. What I'm going to read for you is story. What he says about what it means to be tzedua, what it means to be modest, what it means that a mother has to see to it, that her girls have to be modest, and not chas v'shalom go to places or allow children to do things just because we think we want to be merciful on them. We want to, what do they understand? Let me give them iPad, let me give them iPhone, let me give them this, let me take them to the movie theater, let me take them to the beach, chas v'shalom. What's this? I just want to show you a story. What Rabbi Aharon Rata writes, it's Mamash Kodesh Kedoshim, real Kodesh Kedoshim. He says like this, Perik Tezayin, V'asaper ma'aseh norah shesiper li ish ne'eman v'lo nechshad l'shaker. Rabbi Aharon Rata says, I will relate to you a story that an honest man told me, a scary story that an honest man told me, and he's not suspected of lying. Asher haya etzel aviv, which happened by his father, or ulai etzel dodo, or maybe by his uncle. Shahaya dar be'ezi yishuv, he was living in a certain settlement. Uba min haderech bechevarat eze anashim mimischaram v'darkam. They came with a few guys from selling their merchandise from the way. V'na'asu ba'agala im susim, they were traveling on the wagon with their horses. That's how they traveled back then. Ve'avru derech hasadeh, and they were passing through a field. Upitom sham'u kol yelala utzakat kol mar torech bekol gadol. And suddenly they heard wailing, screaming, great cries. Yehudim, Jews. Bo'u v'rachamu v'shu'u lanu. Come, have mercy on us and save us. V'nas'u enehem, and they all lifted their eyes. V'ra'u bayit echad omed besadeh, and they saw one house standing in the field. Umisham yotzei, and from that house the voices of screaming were coming out, where they were telling the Jews, come please and save us. V'kaftu kulam me'agala, everybody jumped from their wagon. Ki chashvu ulai bo alehem eze gazlan v'ratzu lo'oshia, because they were afraid. If the women are screaming, that means some guy's trying to probably rob them or something. So they wanted to save them. Men want to save women. Aval, Rabotai, listen to this. Aval kishenichnisu labayit, but when they entered into the house, hemarra'u v'tamahu, what they saw shocked them. They were silenced. They didn't know. They were shocked, speechless. Ki ra'u sham isha zekena achad, they saw one old woman. Ve'al ha'safsal shochevet isha tzira, on the bench there was another young girl lying on the bench. V'sham esh gadol me'od bo'er ba'aretz, and there was a great fire that was burning from the ground. Ve'al ha'esh yorah gedula, and on the fire there was a big pot. U'betoch ha'yorah harbe begadim, and inside the pot there were many clothings. Ve'haya martiach me'od bigodol ha'esh, the pot was boiling very much because of the great fire. Ad shirticha ala l'mayla, until it reached the boiling point. Velo dibru zu ha'isha klum imahem. But this woman, she didn't say a word to these men. They stood in shock and she continued doing what she was doing. Rak, listen to this, Rabotai. Rak tachva yadeha. Only she took her hand and she put it into letocha yorah harotech. She took her hand and she put it into the boiling pot. Velakha bigadim, and she took the clothing. She bishlu virtichu shama, that were cooking and that were boiling over there. Mitoch hariticha, from boiling. Venatna otam al ha'isha hatziira, and she put these clothing on this young woman that was lying on the bench. Ad shesarfa besara, up until she burned her body, this young girl's body. Vihi ayata to'eket bikolot gedulot, and she was screaming loud screams. Kacha asta keseder kime'ad bechol rega. This was the order that she was doing every now and then. Vehevinu she'en ze inyan enoshi. They understood that this is not normal. You can't. These are not people. How do you take clothing that's boiling, and you put it on a young girl and let her burn? How do you do that? They thought, ורק מהנשמות הנידחות בעולם התוהו, שזה עונשם רחמנא ליצלן. They understood that these were souls that were pushed away from Gehenom because this is their punishment, רחמנא ליצלן לעולנו. ונפל פחד גדול ונורא עליהם. A great fear fell on them. ונשמטו אחד לאחד לחוץ. Each one of them started coming out little by little. They wanted to run away from there. וכשראתה האישה הזקנה שהולכים לחוץ, when the old lady saw how they were leaving outside, יצאה אחריכם, she came out after them, והתחילה עוד הפעם לצעוק, בקולות רחמו הושיעו לנו. Again she started screaming with loud voices, have mercy and save us. ומכוח הפחד הגדול, because there was such great fear, שנפל עליהם, that fell on these men, שכחו שיש להם סוסים ועגלה. They completely forgot that they came with horses and wagons. וברחו ורצו עד הכפר באמל גדולה. They ran until the village to come out of the field, to come out of the sade with great fear. ונפלו שם לארץ, and they fell on the ground over there. ושכו חלשים כמה שבועות, רחמנא ליצלן. They were knocked out many weeks from the scare, from the trepidation. ואחר כך, and after that, guys, listen to this. נזכרו שאין שם בזה שדה. They realized that there was no field when they were passing. ולא היה מעולם שום בית עומד שם. There was not one house standing there. So what did they see? וכנראה, listen what he says. And it seems, שהצירה הייתה ביתו של הזקנה. This young girl, she was the daughter of this old lady. שלא גידלה אותו על דרכי הצניעות. She did not raise her daughter modestly. She allowed her to do whatever she wanted. Immodestly, everything רחמנא ליצלן לעולנו. והיה זה עונשם שאימה בעצמה שרפה אותה. This was the punishment. That the mother herself was burning her own daughter in Gehenom. וכך יהיה בתוקף עוד ביותר שעד לאלו הנשים השחוצות. This is what's going to be to all these women that dressed immodestly. ולמגדלי ביניהם בחציפות, and anybody, any parent, רחמנא ליצלן לעולנו, that raises their children with chatzifut, with audacity, with brazenness. You see today, children, what, you think they're afraid of us? No, what? Well, who you think you are? I called the police on you. What's this language? What's this language? This is the way we, chas v'shalom, raised the parents. Rabotai, listen what we do. I want to explain to you like this. You think it's okay to take your child to a movie, to the beach, rachmana litzlan, give them iPhone, iPad, all these technology. Do you know what they're watching while you're sleeping? You have any idea what they're watching on these things? And then you want to know why your boy's off the derech. One bad friend, you lost your son, chas v'shalom. But here what we do, look what the parents do. V'sorfot nishamot benehem u'benotehem bechemla shechomot alehem. The parents, they themselves, in this world, when they're still alive, they burn their own children. How? By giving them everything they want. By saying, it's okay, they're kids, I want them to enjoy life. In the end, we'll see who's going to enjoy life. Aval Rabotai, Sham, after, but however there, La'achir pitira Rabotai. Over here, the parents can be nice with the children, but over there, in the next world, after the parents die, יתהפכו לחזרים גדולים עליהם. They'll be the most cruel parents in the world. והאבות והאימהות בעצמם יודונו ביניהם בכל מיני אכזריות שבעולם. Who's going to judge the children? The mother and the father. With all the cruelty that there is, they're going to judge their own children in Gehenna. ומצווה גדול, listen what Rabbi Aaron Rata writes. ומצווה גדולה לכל אחד לקרוא זו לפרש ולספר זו לנשס בנינו. He says there is a mitzvah to say the story over to as many people as possible, to every single woman out there, that they should know what they're doing with their daughters by allowing their daughters to dress whichever way they want. Lema'an yakiru v'yedeu. You know why? In order for them to recognize and know, sheyesh borei olam, there is a God in the world. Ve'enu mevater klum v'klum. He doesn't overlook anything. Now, Rabotai, I want to explain to you like this. We have a very big problem over here. Now, don't start fighting with them. Everything has to be done by derech eretz. But a parent must know, if you have an option, try to take your child away from this. Try to work with them. Try to go shopping with them. But do not just give them the phone and go do what you have to do, because this way they leave you alone. And the biggest problem is today, if you tell your child, don't watch this or don't watch this or don't do this, or don't go not kosher parties, mixed parties, all these things, but you yourself attend, why are you opening your mouth? If you yourself out there, why are you opening your mouth? If you yourself are home all day on the phone, and who knows what you're watching, you can't tell your children what to do. You can't tell your son, go learn Torah. If you watch TV all day, what's this? What is it? They're never going to listen to you. A parent must lead by example. A father wants his children to come to shul. He wants his children to learn. He has to be in shul the first one. He has to be learning the first one. You want your boys to put on peyot? You put on peyot. You want your boys to put on a hat? You put on a hat. Huh?
Your father doesn't have piyot, you have?
Your father doesn't have piyot?
Your father never did.
Besides, you're right. Your father doesn't have piyot. Michal John, your father doesn't have piyot. My father doesn't have piyot. But remember, everybody has the choice to change. You're right. Avraham Avinu's father was terrible, correct. But we better have good zichuyot. And look what's going on in the generation. Rabbi Aaron Rata is writing over here how careful we must be not to be merciful when it comes to the kids. You have to be smart, but at the same time you have to be tough, like the Gemara says. You push with the right hand, but you bring them back closer with the left hand. Rabotai, I don't want to be the one saying this, but we have to understand what's going on today with the modesty level, especially the men that decide to, I don't know why, everybody has shalom bayit problems all of a sudden. With the wives, they have no time to talk. With any other woman, they have to shoot at 45 minutes an hour. No problem. What is this? Nebuch. כן, פשט. אפילו אשתו, אמרו. Even your wife, you not speak a lot. That's pshat. But I want to bring out a point. This Rabbi Aaron Rata is a very serious sefer. He continues over here to say that a person should try to distance himself from everything bad. He goes on, I don't have the time, he goes on to explain that when a woman is modest, a lot of berachot she brings to the child, to the family, to the husband, the parnasa, the kiddusha. She'll even be able to protect the child. She will be able even to protect the husband from sins by accident. That's what means tiniut. When a woman is tiniut, the husband gets all the berachot. Baruch Adonai Olam, amen, amen.